Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for July 11th, the week of, I should say. Let's look at your week. It looks pretty good right off the bat. So let's see what is going on for you here. So you start off with the Nine of Spades. Nine of Spades is a card of needing to open up to new ideas. So definitely open up to new things. I'm just looking at what else is going on around you. I think this happened to you last week as well, if I'm not mistaken, but this card can represent disappointments. It can represent coming off of a disappointment or having had a disappointment, something along those lines, or being disappointed about something, but usually it clears up very quickly, this type of disappointment. And the funny thing is, it's followed up by the Nine of Hearts, which is a card of wishes, getting something you wish for. So it looks like you might be coming off of a disappointment or having had a disappointment, and it looks like it'll clear up very quickly, and you could feel a lot better, or you could get something better. Sometimes I say that, the Nine of Spades there, I might have said Nine of Clubs, but I meant Nine of Spades. But sometimes I think that card definitely can represent like a blessing in disguise in a lot of ways, where you really do feel, it can make you feel very disappointed, like really upset that something didn't work out, but it's always followed up by something much, much better. And I think that's what this is saying as well, with the Nine of Hearts here simply being a wish card, getting something that you wish for. You also have the Five of Spades at the end here, which can loosely represent a blessing in disguise. I'm kind of reaching there for meaning, but it's just interesting that they're coming up together here. So, but this is a good card. I like to see that. Next, you have the Four of Clubs. Four of Clubs is another good card. It's a card of learning, thinking, and learning more from the home. So a lot of you could be doing some learning from the home, taking online courses, reading books. All those things come up. I also call this card Mercury retrograde sometimes, because it's a good card to double check everything you do under. So I'd say everything you do this week, just this week, I wouldn't go crazy about it. Like, it's not as severe as a retrograde, but it's definitely a good card to, double check any contracts you're signing, double check anything that you're doing, any work that you're doing, anything like that. Just go back over it. It's a good card for doing that. And it's actually one of those cards that rewards you for doing that extra work. So I'd definitely do that if I were you. Next, you have the Jack of Clubs coming up. This is you this week showing up, making you very friendly this week. You could be very social this week. You have these two hearts cards here, the Nine of Hearts and the Four of Hearts coming up in a second. So you could be feeling very social, very fun this week. This is a nice card. It kind of adds like a nice, light, friendly energy to your week. So I really like to see that. Just a good energy to have. Next, you have the Four of Hearts, which can definitely represent more love coming to you if you're single as well. This could represent somebody coming in. Even with that Jack there, that Jack can definitely represent like an admirer or somebody coming in for a lot of you. Nine of Hearts. These are some good love cards, so I feel like love is definitely opening up for a lot of you this week. If you're not interested in love, this can just represent more support coming from the home, and it can represent you just making more support in the home, if that makes sense. Like you being the one to create more support from the home. So it's a good card for that. Next, you have the Five of Spades. Five of Spades represents needing to take more risks, needing to kind of put yourself out there a little bit more in all the things that you do, everything. Love, business, your job, spiritually, whatever. This is a card of just kind of being a little bit more risky, being a little bit more adventurous. And again, even though it's a spades card, it's a card of reward. It says that if you do that, if you put yourself out there more and take more risks, you will be rewarded for that. So definitely don't be afraid of taking risks. It's also a card of needing to take a vacation. You have two fours here. Fours can definitely represent travel, traveling, vacations, all sorts of things. So a lot of you maybe are planning a vacation or will be traveling for sure. And you have the nines here as well, so some of you could be long distance. Next, you have the Four of Diamonds. Four of Diamonds, card of moving, card of more money coming into the home as well, and definitely a card of just better things coming to you. Sometimes I do say, well, and I'm going to say it now, and also I didn't even realize that you have three fours, which is pretty interesting, but you also have these two nines. Nines are cards of new things coming to you. Four of Diamonds is definitely a card of new things, new beginnings, new starts, and just new situations in general. So I really like to see that. But actually, it looks like a really nice week, very stable week as well. Like I said, I didn't even realize they had these three fours there, and that can make things kind of nice and even, and just add like an element of stability to the week, which is really nice. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.